gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find it so she fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Rick Rock. Tick-tock. West hip-hop. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one. And when it comes to
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Atlanta Falcons. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First down throw, Darnold, caught here by Bell. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Darnold now to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Airing one out for Crowder. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the 50, it's Darnold. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hey, Haywood.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Check. Fresno.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 35-yard line.
Blue 80. 36. Guys. Watch the pass.
Here's Ryan to throw. That's Stills bringing it in. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Down. Get 80. Blue 80. 54. 22. 25.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From just shy of midfield, Ryan. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And this misses away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Ultimately, that did not work out for the offense, but they have to feel pretty good about the play overall. They were so close to having that thing pop for the yardage they needed, but instead, they actually lost yardage on that one.
Check back 27. Check back 27. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Hey, shoot. Mike 27. Mike 27. Set the tone, defense. Set the lady. Let's go. Hey, check that.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. They'll run on first down. It's Freeman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Ready, blue 80. Black 25. 51, sub. Hey, Charlie. Wait. Check.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quinnen Williams breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
That's the end of the first quarter.
We're scoreless after 1. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Check 13. Hey, wait. Get one.
To throw is Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Ready. Bandit. Check. Smooth. 57, Mike 57. Here we go. 50. Hey, South. 57's the Mike. Watch the run. Check. Gun.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you...
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 4, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. And we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
It's been a long day for you. Wait! Hey, one set. Hey, Foxtrot.
Now Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Now it's Ryan. It's complete. Stills. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready, 25, check, 51, jump.
On 1st down, Freeman. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hudson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. They've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense.
They got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Let's go. Let's do it.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Bell. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Kirksey able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
A 58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Any day. Got it. Motion backfield. 21. Hey, Alpha.
Play action. Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit. Space.
Now it's Ryan. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
He was covered by Prince Amukamara.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Tuesday. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, Echo. Watch QB drop. 57's the mic. Mike 57.
To throw again. Ryan. Here's Sanu on the catch. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming for you, son. 51, son. Wait. Check 43. Watch the safety creep. Hey, sprint plans.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready, back 25. 54, Mike. Yo. Get up.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards, first down Atlanta. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Ryan. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Switch 22. Check. Lucky. 11. Check.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 33.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go. Gun. Hey, South. Hey, wahoo. Mike 54. All right, 25 tonight.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19.
Here we go.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They'll run on first down. It's Freeman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Check. Watch 54. Let him know. Space. Mike's 5-4. Check.
Smith trying to run for it. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Darnold now to throw. Herndon's got it complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check it, red 80. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First down, New York.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
That's going to be a long game. Yo, lady. 50 seconds to march. 50 seconds.
Now it's Darnold. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Move. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Now Darnold. And he's got the hook up to Landry. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Lights out.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line.
And the Jets first down.
Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Mike, 50 Cent. I got it. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. You got 3 down, 3 down.
On first down, Darnold going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Left. Watch left. It's the party now. It's the pilot. 64. Weak. Yellow 80.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 30. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Now a run by Bell here going nowhere as they'll hit him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Darnold from the gun. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very solid gain of 27. Darnold now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Hey,
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Jets on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw is Darnold. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Come on, D.
Darnold on 1st down. And he'll complete this one to Barrios. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
4 down, 4 down. Slam, slam, slam. Oh, 80.
Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Keanu Neal. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
On 1st down, Cartwright. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Getting the 40 on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Nice hit, boys.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Under 10. Get up!
They'll keep it on the ground. Cartwright. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run on first down. Cartwright. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Falcons, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Jets, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off
I don't wanna be on the ground when the time
ready for some